The human condition, rather dire, don't you think? We suffer from anxiety, doubt, pain, illness, and the disastrous truth that we will all die. Finished, wrecked, possibly even someday soon. Plus we have to deal with, stupid people, garbage on the sidewalks, potholes on the streets. If we're rich, we feel slightly guilty about the privileges that we enjoy. If we're well-read and well-traveled, we really don't like the curbs on our individual freedom right now because of the goddamned COVID, fucking Rona restrictions. Messing with my life, man. So where and how can a human live? Really live their best life? Attain their true potential in this modern world, I wonder. Some people, not me, believe in the perfectibility of social institutions and the idea that present-day moral judgments 100% correct. These are the kind of people who want to live somewhere, sensible, where everybody follows the rules. They stop at red lights, like, Canada, Switzerland, Denmark, Australia, New Zealand, those kind of places. Fuck me. Denmark, you want to go live there? Maybe for a visit, not for a long-term stay. I've got a better idea, and it just came to me when running recently with my friends on the streets of Hillbrow in Johannesburg. Here goes. Let me try you out with my most recent theory. A state of grace can be achieved by living in a rough place where anything goes. People are clueless, the government is weak, and you can basically do your own thing. That's the theory. I'm serious. If you want to be free, stay away from places with carefully manicured sidewalks. They're all nanny states. You should avoid places where the government is good at surveillance and making rules, like Russia, China, or places where old men with long beards want to tell you how to live, like Iran or Saudi Arabia. Avoid. That's it. You should hide out somewhere like this, where the government can't get itself out of a paper bag. South Africa, where, let's be honest, they can't organize a piss-up in a brewery or a vaccine rollout. Our overlords couldn't get laid in a whorehouse. They're all a few sandwiches short of a picnic, etc., etc. Look, I'll concede that at some level, being a rich person in a place like this seems a little, unfair. But then I remember that the well-off pay most of the bills around here. Our budget was out recently. According to econometrics, just 6% of South Africans pay as much as 92% of all personal income taxes. And they also pay 85% in aggregate of all of the VAT, thanks to their spending. Just 7 million people out of 60 million in this place fund South Africa's many, many social programs. Look, this is South Africa, so we're really paying for the sins of our forefathers, right? The basic conditions of life for poor people in this country are fucking problematic. In rural areas, our fellow citizens live on tribal land with no security of tenure. In urban areas, the underclasses live in informal dwellings on invaded land. 98% of kids in this country go to state-run schools, where I think we understand conditions are rough and learning is sporadic. If you're rich here, you own your own home in a secure neighborhood and you send your kids to a private school. High prices for housing, private security and schooling work as an insulator from having to depend on the state-provided alternatives. The more expensive they are, the better, right? Right? And the same applies to healthcare. Rich people are happy to pay lots to avoid public hospitals. They plug away with their medical aid premiums every month. They go to their private doctors and their private hospitals. The government doesn't really like that. What's all that money? But what can they do? Remember, the authorities are useless. They can't change anything that takes too much brain power. And they've run out of other people's money. Nothing's happening in that department. I'm sorry. I just don't believe in the perfectibility of social institutions anymore. I used to, but I'm not in my 20s. I grew up. Humans are finite and inherently imperfect. You first heard it here. Some people are very finite, in fact, and very imperfect. And somehow the most finite and imperfect of the lot seem to keep getting elected to run this country. So that's it. We can't control everything. This place is bad, but the alternatives are worse. We might as well stay here, have a laugh, and get on with it. Sit in your suburban castle and order in. Have a, warmly cooked hamburger brought to you by Uber Eats. Watch Netflix. Be a citizen of the world that way. Take your social media presence and extend it and practice your freedom of speech. Rich people keep thinking they should move to some place well organized. That's a mistake. It's a business blunder. To insulate yourself from tyranny, you just need to live in a place where the tyrants are absolute idiots.